The 2016 Toyota Land Cruiser. The Land Cruiser has always been an icon of off-road prowess and effective people moving since its introduction in 1957. Over the years, the Land Cruiser has morphed into a leather-lined luxury flagship that resides at the top of Toyota's U.S. vehicle lineup. Now for 2016, the Land Cruiser sports updated front and rear ends, along with an updated cabin with plenty of features. The Land Cruiser takes after Toyota's youth brand, Scion, in the fact it only comes in one trim level. Unlike most every car and truck on the road, every Land Cruiser comes equipped with all the bells and whistles without having to pay extra for options. That leaves customers to choose interior and exterior colors. The Land Cruiser also gets updates in the mechanical department. A new 8-speed automatic transmission replaces the old 6-speed unit, while the venerable 5.7-liter V8 carries over unchanged. Toyota's crawl control has been added, while its Torsen center differential, multi-terrain select, A-Trac system, and KDSS hydraulically adjustable sway bars remain. Inside there is room for 8 passengers, with seating for 3 in both the second and third row seats. The third row seats still split in half and fold against the cabin walls to provide extra cargo room, and the second row still folds flat. All told, the Land Cruiser can carry 81.7 cubic feet of cargo. If that isn't enough space, the SUV can tow 8,500 pounds on its standard receiver hitch. That's 300 pounds more than last year. Continue reading for my full review of the refreshed Land Cruiser. Exterior. Designers obviously wanted to keep the Land Cruiser's macho looks while giving it a new appearance. With that in mind, it makes sense only the front fenders, hood grille and rear tailgate see changes. The new front end boasts some extra chrome on its 3-bar grille that extends into the LED headlights. The hood now has 2 very tall power bulges that are supposed to exude the appeal of power but look more like just a challenge to wax. The front fenders still retain their flat sides with almost non-existent flares. Around back, the Land Cruiser gets a full-width chrome piece that extends into the LED taillights. That's really the only noticeable visual update, though there are more to be found at closer inspection. The roof rails come standard and offer added cargo capacity. Full-length side steps help entry and exit, but also make easy targets for rocks and stumps. The whole thing rides on large 285/60ths R18 tires that wrap alloy wheels. A full-size spare with matching rim is also included. Interior. The previous generation, 2014 Toyota Land Cruiser was posh, but the 2016 takes things to a new level. Folks might not mistake it for the clean design of a Range Rover, but the new aesthetic looks to be on par with the British machine. Toyota has added a new color option for the previously all-black interior. Now customers can opt for the Terra leather seats. The saddle brown floor adds a nice bit of warmth to the cabin. With both the Terra and black leather seats, there are wood trim and chrome accents. The dashboard's overall design remains similar to the outgoing model, but does get a welcomed update. An all-new steering wheel looks like it should feel superb. It's also accented with the wood pieces. The tall center stack is capped by a new 9-inch infotainment display with Toyota's latest Entune system. Down below, the center console features a gated shifter with 2 main dials and several buttons. The knobs control the multi-terrain select and crawl control, while the buttons control things like traction control, center differential lock, and hill descent control. A USB port and buttons for the heated and cooled front seats are just ahead of the gear shifter. Rear seat passengers are met with dual 11.6-inch monitors mounted to the front seat backs. The video system is capable of playing the same or separate programs. Perhaps one of my biggest complaints about some modern cars is the lack of air vents in the back seats, leaving those passengers to sweat it out on hot days. That's certainly not the case here, as the Land Cruiser has a total of 28 air vents spread throughout the cabin. Cool. Fitting 3 adults in the third row should be left to short-distance drives. For those with longer legs, the second row seats move fore and aft 4.1 inches to accommodate a variety of passenger sizes. Finally, 13 speakers and a subwoofer from JBL provide the sound. The system offers AM, FM, CD with MP3 and WMA compatibility. Sirius XM and HD radio with iTunes tagging is also included. Drivetrain. Carrying over from last year is the tried and tested 5.7-liter V8. Like it does in the 2014 Toyota Tundra, the engine produces 381 horsepower and 401 pound-feet of torque. More importantly, the torque curve peaks at just 3,600 revolutions per minute, with 90% of torque available at just 2,200 revolutions per minute. This makes towing and hauling a snap. While the engine may be old news, the transmission is not. This is an all-new, close-ratio 8-speed automatic unit that is said to improve the Land Cruiser's acceleration and fuel efficiency. Interestingly enough, and despite the extra 2 gears, Toyota's estimated EPA ratings come in at 13 mpg city, 18 mpg highway, and 15 mpg combined, matching those of the previous generation Land Cruiser with its 6-speed unit. Of course, the Land Cruiser wouldn't be a Land Cruiser without its 4WD system. Technically it's a full-time AWD system with a locking center differential and low range. In normal conditions, the transfer case splits torque 40/60ths front and rear. When things get slippery, the driver can push a button, locking the center differential. That locks power delivery into a 50/50 split front and rear. Low range is best suited for climbing steep grades, rock crawling, or vehicle recovery. While in low range, the driver can activate crawl control. New to the Land Cruiser for 2016, this low-speed cruise control is adapted from the Toyota 4Runner and is also shared on the 2016 Toyota Tacoma. Simply turn the system on, set the crawl speed, and the computer will modulate the gas and brakes to crawl the vehicle over tough obstacles, leaving the driver to concentrate on steering. In addition, Toyota's Multi-Terrain Select returns for 2016 and works much like Land Rover's Terrain Response. Just turn the dial to whatever terrain you're encountering, and the computer modifies ABS functions, throttle sensitivity, transmission shift points and traction control. Protecting all the critical underbody components are skid places for the engine, transmission and fuel tank. Safety. Toyota has included plenty of active and passive safety systems on the new Land Cruiser. Carrying over are the 10 standard airbags, active head restraints, ABS, EBD, brake assist, and Toyota's Cellular Safety Connect system. New for this year is a laundry list of driver assist technologies that help prevent accidents altogether. They include Toyota Safety Sense P with frontal collision avoidance, frontal collision mitigation, lane departure alert, auto high beams, and dynamic radar cruise control. Rear cross-traffic alert and blind spot monitor are also included, as is a backup camera. Prices. Toyota has yet to release pricing information on the 2016 Land Cruiser, but the range-topping SUV is expected to get a slight price bump from its current $80,155 asking price. Competition. Land Rover Range Rover. Though Land Rover offers a wide range of optional extras and trim levels for the Range Rover, the base model still offers plenty of tech and loads of luxury. One thing it does not offer at its $84,950 starting price, is access to the mighty 5.0-liter supercharged V8. This means customers are left with the 3.0-liter supercharged V6. Not that the V6 is a bad engine, as it produces 340 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque, but it doesn't have the allure of the V8. Nevertheless, the Range Rover is the definition of posh. Everything inside is covered in leather and its off-road abilities are darn impressive. Read more on the Land Rover Range Rover here. Cadillac Escalade. The Escalade, the rolling personification of in-your-face extravagance. That chrome grille and tall headlights are instantly recognizable. The latest version moves the bar higher than GM has before, with an interior that can put a Mercedes to shame. Oh, and then there's the engine. It's a 6.2-liter V8 that's derived from the LT1 found in the Corvette. Making 420 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque, the V8 outpowers the others by a long shot. Best of all, the Escalade is less expensive than the Range Rover and Land Cruiser. The base Escalade starts at $72,970. Read more on the 2015 Cadillac Escalade here. Conclusion. The Land Cruiser might not have the massive market share as some of its competitors, and that's a shame. Its rugged body-on-frame design, honkin' V8 powerplant, and techno-filled AWD system check plenty of boxes on what consumers are looking for. Then again, the Land Cruisers of the past haven't exactly been the personification of wealth or success, something its competitors do quite well. Hopefully these minor exterior tweaks and more extensive interior updates will change consumers' minds about Toyota's most luxurious SUV. Love it. Handsome exterior, luxurious, refreshed interior, rugged SUV dressed in a suit. Leave it. Thirsty. Doesn't have the bling to match the price. Is this refresh enough to attract more customers?
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.